Welcome to the Sprinkles of Spirit podcast. I'm Lisa, and I am your host. With a lifelong passion for self-discovery, personal growth, and spirituality, I have realized the ability to transform our lives is a timeless gift that lies within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Join me in this space every Thursday as I share with you all of the powerful practices and tools that have helped me elevate my mind, body, and spirit, as I know they will do the same for you. Together, we'll unleash your potential through self-love, self-acceptance, and faith, empowering you to live an inspired life that radiates with authenticity, purpose, and unwavering joy. I am so grateful you are here. Remember, you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and you are loved beyond measure. Hello, my angels. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, we always take a minute to get into the present moment by breathing. So if you will, let's take a minute and breathe together. Go ahead and close your eyes, turn off all of the things, get comfortable, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Easy exhale out of the mouth as you feel your shoulders soften, the eyebrows relax. And take your next breath in through your nose, out through your nose, and then slowly open your eyes. All right. I forgot my singing bowl, but even just breathing one cycle of breath together, it's just like, it's still so powerful, isn't it? The breath. Pranayama, yes. Okay, so we are, oh my goodness, more than midway April, and I want to talk to you. I had such a different talk kind of planned, but as I did my yoga practice, I was like, I want to talk about the power of joy. I know in today's world, there's so much out there that can lower our vibration, that can really bring us down, that can have us feeling anxious and stressed out. And for those of us who are sensitive beings, my empaths out there, we feel this energy around us, and it's just really easy to forget about the powerful energy of joy. And we can even feel guilty, right, for being happy. As crazy as that is, it's true. Sometimes you look around and there's so many things you could get upset about or feel anxious about or depressed about, or maybe people in your life who aren't doing so well and people you're praying for. And you yourself are in a state of happiness and joy and excitement and inspiration and feeling motivated, and we can get the guilties, right? But circling back to that powerful energy from our solar eclipse that has us really really reflecting on our path, on our path to self-love. I know when I look back, life kind of took a turn, right? Or a door always opened during moments where I was feeling peaceful. I was moving into joy. I was I was laughing. I was taking care of myself, mind, body, spirit. I was open. I was connected. And I think we really forget about the power of joy. When we're in joy and happiness, that comes from within, and it's such a high vibrational state that I feel like that's where inspiration comes from. That's where our creativity is born. I know if we're feeling tight, if we're feeling closed, if we're feeling anxious or stressed, I don't know about you guys, but like I can't even, if I'm anxious or really anxious about something or stressed out or freaking out, I can't even do my yoga practice. I can't even, when I was a gym rat back in the day, I couldn't work out. It's like almost I go into a state of just manic kind of thinking, obsessive thoughts. Nothing was in the flow. It's just completely out of alignment. It's only when you're feeling good, you're feeling joyful, that the heart opens, that your life starts to open, that you're open to new opportunities and new experiences and new connections. And that's when I feel, and I have experienced, the alignment happens, is when we are in joy. And I just feel like, you can turn on the news or scrolling on your phone, especially this year, a lot of fear is coming forward from people. And it's very easy to fall down that rabbit hole of fear over all kinds of things, collectively in our world, on this planet, and then, of course, in your own individual life. You're always going to have people who are going to bring you into fear. And I don't know why this is popping into my head, but it just popped into my head. Say you have an idea, right? You have this idea that you want to create something, or you want to start something, you want to change something. We always have a choice. Do we tell people about it, or do we keep it to ourselves until we're kind of doing the thing? That's a personal choice, of course. I always find I tend to keep things to myself first, because it's so easy, and especially me, I'm an empath, I'm so sensitive. It's so easy for other people's fear to pull you down, to lower that vibration, to scare you out of taking that action step, of signing up, of changing, of moving, of doing something different, of starting this new project, this new business, right? Of quitting the job that you can't stand, of moving out of the neighborhood you don't want to live in, like of buying something you've always wanted to buy. Like, it's so easy for other people to project their fear onto you, and then you hold back. And we step back. We take 3 steps back instead of taking that 1 step forward and allowing, yes, God, your angels, the universe, your creator, to co-create with you and push you even 3 steps ahead of that. Because that's how it works. It's this co-creation. It's this dance. It's this ebb and flow that we're always in, the cycle of, I take a step, the universe takes the next step. Like, this is how it works. But I find that the more you drop into joy and allow yourself to be happy and laugh and do the things that light you up, and allow yourself to do nothing for an hour, just do something, an activity that just you enjoy for no other reason other than the fact that you enjoy it. Turn on your favorite song and dance like no one's watching, take a ride in your car and sing like no one's listening, play a game. I don't know, anything that just kind of lights you up, that puts you in a state of joy. I find that that's where we become a vessel, for creation, for spirit to pour inspired creative ideas through us. We become that clean and clear channel for the water to flow. And I just don't want us to forget about joy, because I just feel like this year is intense, and it's just going to be easy to get pulled out of that the vibration of love and joy. And something else before I get to 2 cards that popped out this week, like really fast. Something else I want to share with you guys, and I don't think I've said this, and I don't even say it out loud to too many people, because as soon as I say this, I know many of you are going to go, oh, really? But hear me out. Hear me out. I am not an animal person. I know. I'm sorry. But hear me out. I had a cat. Grew up with a cat. She lived 20 years. I absolutely adored and loved my cat. And I cried, and we all cried, and we sobbed when she was no longer with us. Having said that, I never had a dog. I actually have a memory of a dog chasing me down the street, and it freaked me out. And I think it just like scarred me for life. And I never wanted a dog. And I'm just not, I know, I'm sorry. I'm just not, I'm very aware of the responsibility of a pet, the cost of a pet. And as I grew, I was independent for many, many years, didn't want the added expense. So I have my reasons, but, that I just never wanted a dog, and it's not that I don't love and support animals and animal rights, because I do. And I absolutely love and pet them and love my friends' animals. It's just not something I want, right? That responsibility. But do you know, I had an epiphany, because I used to really struggle with the fact that, there's many people out there that will tell you they probably love their dog more than anyone or anything, right? We love our animals. And I had that love for my cat growing up, right? So I do understand that this animal becomes part of your family. Hear me out. But I always wondered, part of me was always like, I just don't get why people are so obsessed with their dogs. They're obsessed, right? They're showing pictures. That's all they talk about. I really struggled. I'm telling you. But do you know, I had the biggest aha of my life that I now understand. I fully understand what animals do for people. And I learned it from listening to an interview with Father Richard Rohr. And I've been reading his books and just really soaking up his work is so beautiful and meaningful. And he dedicated his book to the Universal Christ. He dedicated it to his lab, his pet lab that had passed away in the beginning of his journey in writing that book. And he dedicated it to his dog. And it was an Oprah interview with him. Oprah asked him about that. She was like, you dedicated this book to your dog. Can you talk about that? And how he explains is, Christ consciousness, if we can open our minds and our hearts in understanding Christ consciousness, is this big, wide open, all-encompassing spaciousness of love, of loving energy that is within all things, right? He explains, and I wrote it down, that whatever pulls the flow of love through you and out of you toward otherness, in that moment, that is Christ for you. I totally just was floored. I was like, oh my gosh. I look at dogs differently now. I look at animals differently now. They are beautiful beings. They're channels of love. And I really didn't look at them as being the vessel of what pulls the flow of love through you and out of you toward otherness. So why I'm talking about that right now, and it came into my head right now, because whatever that is for you, and maybe it is your pet, but maybe it is your passion that you put on the back burner. Get back to it, let this be the season of light, of the fire, right? The seeds of fire within you, to go back to what brings you joy and what pulls the flow of love through you and out of you. And maybe it is dancing like a maniac, in your room, singing or painting or getting together with your friends who you don't see anymore, or going on that trip, or taking, that course, or just embarking on a self-love journey. Do what lights you up and connects you to the flow of love. And when you do that, let me tell you, miracles happen. Miracles happen. So write that down in your journal. What pulls the flow of love through me and out of me toward otherness? Let that be your journal prompt this month. Okay. 2 cards. Let's talk about it. Power of Surrender cards by Dr. Judith Orloff. And the first card, and they go together, is surrender procrastination. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. Stop putting it off, right? And it says, now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. You guys, you can't make this stuff up. And it's a picture of a staircase going up towards the light. So this is a huge shout out from your angels to stop procrastinating and do the thing. Do it. Now is the time. Forget about all the excuses, whatever your goal is. This is the time. We're not putting it off. The alignment of that solar eclipse, Aries new moon, aligned with Chiron and our wounded healer energy. It's time. It's time for you to now step into your soul purpose. Now is the time. And the second card that popped out right after that is surrender to the magic of who you are. And it says, we all have magic in us. Even in the mundane aspects of life, remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. And I have like full body chills right now, because how beautiful that these cards go together, because that goal, that desire, which was placed there by God, by your angels, can only be done through you in a unique and special way, only through you. And the magic is right there inside of your heart. And get in touch with that by getting into joy. So we can no longer put it off, because this really is the year, I feel like, us light workers, those of us who are just ready to step into that higher version of ourselves, the highest potential that our soul came here to manifest, to express, to be expressed. We're ready. Like, this is it. This is it. It's time. The time is now. The time is now. So, yeah, I hope this spoke to many of you out there. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for joining me here every week on this journey. I would love it if you would leave a review. Give me a follow on Instagram, Lisayogaangel, and stay up to date with me on YouTube, as that's an evolving evolution, my Sprinkles of Spirit channel. I really appreciate you guys coming along this journey with me as I grow and evolve and drop into my joy and share the magic that is within me, so I can help you step into yours and really shine, because you're meant to. So Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, have a beautiful week. Namaste.